News time is 7 minutes after 8 o'clock on this Tuesday morning. Top of the morning from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded local newscast, streaming to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. The holiday break season is upon us, and a Clinton nonprofit is reminding of the child care options they have for parents who have to work while kids are out of school. For Thanksgiving, Clinton schools are out of class starting Wednesday. On the WHOW Morning Show Monday, Rennie Kluver, executive director of the Clinton Y, told Regional Radio they will have Y Zone Extreme Wednesday and Friday for parents.
Our schedule for Y Zone Extremes, which is when we have Y Zone on days when school is out. And so they're off on Wednesday, November, that would be the 22nd. And so we have Y Zone Extreme at the Y. Mm-hmm. And it starts at 7 o'clock, goes till 6 o'clock at night. They can come to the Y, they drop off, can bring swim apparel, because there is planning to swim that afternoon, like 1 o'clock.
All right.
And they need to bring a mid-morning snack. We do provide a afternoon snack, and then they need to pack a lunch, refillable water bottle if they've got it, just so that they can always have something to drink, and then a extra change of clothes is not a bad idea, just because we're running around. Maybe if it's nice out, they may take them to the park, and so just to have it as a safe bet. Pack it in a backpack. And
with the Christmas break up next, Kluver indicates they'll have Y Zone Extreme days throughout the holiday break for students.
And then we have Christmas break too that we have Y Zone. I do have those dates too. So there's early dismissal on December 19th. That Y Zone will continue to be after school at the schools. So let's say it's a 1:30 dismissal. It's no different than a typical dismissal day that's early. They'll just stay at the school for Y Zone. And then we have Y Zone Extreme the 20th through the 22nd. And then we're off on the 23rd, the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th. And then we run Extreme again on the 27th through the 29th. And then again January 2nd and the 3rd.
Kluver emphasizes you do not have to be a Y member to send your children to Y Zone. However, you do need to get them registered.
No, I'm glad you brought that up. So yeah, there is no actual membership. You don't have to have a membership to send your child to Y Zone or Y Zone Extreme. We do just need you to be registered. So if you haven't registered for Y Zone, you would need to register them for that if you wanted to send them to Y Zone Extreme. Linda has some other activities planned. It will revolve around how many we have. And so we won't know that until mid-morning. They'll do some things in the community room. They've got the gym that they'll be able to use and do some fun games. The spirit room, they usually get the mats out and run around in there. And so plenty of things to keep them active. And then so that's the one day of Y Zone.
Visit ClintonCommYMCA.org for more information regarding Y Zone Extreme. You can also call the Y at 217-935-8307 or stop in to 417 South Alexander Street in Clinton. Wednesday is the 60th anniversary of the assassination of U.S. President John F. Kennedy. WHOW will present a look back at the events of the day 60 years ago in a new special to air at 9:40 Wednesday morning called The End of Camelot, the assassination of John F. Kennedy. The program will feature a lot of the live local coverage from the day, as well as the funeral when the country said its final farewell to the slain president on November 25th. Tune in Wednesday morning at 9:40 on all of WHOW's platforms, AM, FM, and online for the news special entitled The End of Camelot, the Assassination of John F. Kennedy. A University of Illinois Extension nutrition educator has some tips for those planning to do the food preparation this holiday season. Caitlin Mellendorf is a nutrition educator at the U of I Extension in DeWitt, Macon, and Piatt counties and encourages, if you're planning for a potluck-style gathering, encourage as many slow cooker offerings as possible to help keep those foods at a safe temperature throughout your gathering. One of the most important parts of the Thanksgiving food prep is making sure the festive bird is prepared to the correct temperatures, Mellendorf says, to make sure the turkey is appropriately thawed as well.
Final cooking temperature of your turkey, 165, and then depending on how you want to serve that, think about, do you have equipment to hold food hot? If your meal is going to be kind of a mishmash of people bringing in different dishes at different times, how do you keep that food hot? Or alternately, cold enough. So make sure you have refrigerator space, or even if you've got, I think in the Midwest, we're pretty well known for our garage refrigerators and freezers. So we can always stick some extra things in there to keep foods cold if someone's bringing a salad or a side dish that is going to be cold. So we'll start there. And then the other thing is appropriately thawing your turkey. How in the heck do you do that? So probably your safest bet is going to be in your refrigerator if you have space. If you don't have space, there are ways to thaw your turkey outside of your refrigerator. And what that involves is putting that turkey in a large basin of cool water. So we're not looking at hot water, just cool water out of your tap. And you're going to change that water every 30 minutes, which is going to be a pain in the butt if you've got a huge turkey that requires multiple hours of doing this. So you may want to set some alarms throughout the day. You're changing that water out every 30 minutes. That's going to make sure that all parts of that bird are thawing safely and you're not getting hot and cold spots. You're changing out that water on the regular.
However you plan to prepare your turkey, Mellendorf encourages keeping your hands washed as you transition from one dish to the next. Additionally, keep your food prep surfaces clean and those utensils clean as well. Visit extension.illinois.edu/turkey for more information. Wolf Carbon Solutions, the company proposing a carbon dioxide pipeline from Cedar Rapids, Iowa to an existing sequestration reservoir at the Archer Daniels Midland plant in Decatur, has voluntarily submitted a motion to withdraw its current application with the Illinois Commerce Commission. The announcement was made by Wolf on Monday. In its statement, Wolf did state it intends to update and refile an application with the ICC early next year. Wolf says the withdrawal does not impact its commitment to the project and its stakeholders, indicating they have received significant support from a host of labor, business leaders, landowners, and local officials to see economic and environmental benefits from the project. It was another dry week in Illinois as the harvest is wrapped up. State crop statistician Mark Schleusner says there were around 4 days suitable for any field work left as temperatures were above normal for the week ending Sunday, November 19th. 90% of the winter wheat crop has emerged and reminds be on the lookout for surveys coming producers' way very soon. Get the latest in local news anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
This is Noah Atkinson, owner of Lincoln Printers and Sign Designs in Lincoln. Small business is the lifeblood of our communities. That's why I'm proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the WHOW WEZC Lincoln Printers Business of the Month.
Ed and Crystal Cisnius founded EMC Photography in Clinton to help local families and businesses tell stories in stunning images. From families and babies, seniors, and more, see examples of their spectacular work online at Ed and Crystal, that's crystal.com. They'll receive a $200 gift certificate good at Lincoln Printers and Sign Designs for being our WHOW WEZC Lincoln Printers Business of the Month. Nominate a business you'd like featured by emailing us at WHOW@randyradio.com.
Lincoln Printers and Sign Designs congratulates this local business for their contribution to our community. And for envelopes, wedding invitations, signs, banners, vinyl wraps, and more, find us at lincolnprintersinc.com.
When it comes to protecting your field from disease and environmental stress, there's Revitec fungicide. And there's everything else. When it comes to unparalleled power, there's Revitec. And everything else. And when it comes to speed and stamina, this is Revitec. And this is everything else. Nothing else comes close to Revitec fungicide from BASF. Always read and follow label directions.
Time now for a look at sports. I'm Seth Lawrence with this report. All-State offensive lineman Noah Bass led a group of 5 Clinton Maroons football players to be selected Central Illinois All-Conference The conference announced Monday Bass was a unanimous selection as an offensive lineman and named second-team all-conference as a defensive lineman. Running back Tristan Potts was also selected to first-team all-conference, along with defensive back Dawson Graves, linebacker Ryan Stapleton, and defensive lineman Dawson Thayer. Graves was second-team all-conference as a running back, Potts as a linebacker, and Thayer as a defensive lineman. Also earning second-team all-conference was quarterback Mason Walker, wide receiver Colton Walker, and kicker Tyler Anderson. Honorable mention all-conference from Clinton were offensive lineman Denzel Wheeler, defensive lineman Christian Hibbard, linebacker Logan Toms, and punter Jack Webb. Clinton went 6-4 this season with a playoff appearance for the first time since 2019. The Clinton Maroons are back on the hardwood tonight as they open the 2023-24 campaign at the Mount Pulaski Thanksgiving Tournament, taking on Buffalo Tri-City at 5 o'clock. The Maroons are coming off its best season in recent memory, and with a large group of its core back from last year, Clinton should be a force in the Central Illinois Conference this year. The Maroons return starters Mason Walker, Dawson Graves, Brooks Kluver, and Colton Walker from last year's team. In his second year, Hall of Famer Vic Binkley leads a Maroons team that will be looking for more depth this year, but will continue to rely on his staple 1-2-2 zone press. After the Bill Rucks Memorial Thanksgiving Tournament in Mount Pulaski this week, the Maroons open the home slate against Olympia next Tuesday night at Clinton High School. When Clinton hosts Maroa Forsyth on Friday, December 1st, it will be a significant home game for a couple of reasons. The Maroons will dedicate the new Clinton High School gym floor named Gene Vance Court. Additionally, it was the Trojans that upset the Maroons in a regional semifinal matchup last year at Clinton High School, ending Clinton's magical season much earlier than anticipated. Clinton has beefed up its schedule this season as well. On December 2nd, Clinton travels to the Edinburgh Ben Thielen Shootout and will take on Pleasant Plains. They'll host Eureka on Friday, December 8th. They'll meet Lexington at the Eureka College Shootout on December the 16th. And the Maroons return to the Monticello Holiday Hoopla Tournament December 26th through the 28th and host their New Year's Showdown at Clinton High School again on Saturday, January 6th. WHOW and its digital platforms will continue to cover select Clinton Maroons games throughout the season. Check out the schedule at DeWittDailyNews.com. The first Maroons broadcast of the season is tomorrow night when Clinton takes on Litchfield from the Mount Pulaski Thanksgiving Tournament. Coming off a 17-14 season, the Monticello Sages are hoping a balanced junior class can complement its 3 returning seniors from last year's team that lost in a regional championship to Prairie Central. Monticello basketball coach Kevin Roy has a problem a lot of coaches wish they had, a group of players that are making it difficult, in a good way, to decide who's going to be getting minutes this season.
You know, and you're exactly right. Gave some, and I won't say gave, the kids earned their opportunities last year, but, you know, I felt like I could have gone deeper. And, you know, as a coach, to me, it's about getting minutes, whether it's at the JV level or the varsity level. The kids have to continue to get minutes on the court during game time to continue to improve, as well as practice. And, you know, we never had that separation between players. I shifted people around a little bit last year, but not too much. Those sophomores who are now juniors, you know, they're making it difficult on me just because we have so many players who are capable. I think we got 9 juniors, and they're all capable of playing at the varsity level and contributing at some level in different ways. So, you know, it's going to be tough on me. And then we, of course, have Nolan Bennerkemper, who's a sophomore, who's also, I feel like, capable of contributing at the varsity level. So, you know, I wish there was some more separation, but yet at the same time, it's good that there's not, because they're all continuing to grow. They're all continuing to improve. I feel like they all got great experience last year and into the summer. It's tough on the coaching staff right now with the guys that we have to be able to separate and distinguish who's where and when they're going to be there. Practices are competitive, which is great for overall improvement, but, man, it's tough right now.
The Sages return leading scorer Trey Welter and will look for seniors Raiden Colbert and Jack Widener to play bigger roles. Coach Roy likes what he's seen from all of them so far.
Trey's going to be leading us off defensively and handling the ball, so he'll carry a lot of the load, but he's capable of doing that, and I have a lot of expectations of him. So he's probably our best scorer that we have returning, and we'll be looking for a lot of leadership from him. But being the point guard, his leadership and building up his teammates and helping get them in scoring position and distributing the ball and staying the ball will come back to him, and being able to understand the game situations and communicate that to guys on the floor will be huge. So we're excited about his leadership and what he brings back. Jack Widener with his length and his size, he's pretty versatile as far as inside outside. He probably prefers the outside more than it is the inside, but I like what he can do defensively. I love how he can see the passing lane. He can see, he's the type of player that sees the path ahead, and he's got really good basketball IQ. With Raiden Colbert, you kind of mentioned he was a little inconsistent with his scoring last year, and we're hoping he can be more consistent this year. He's just a strong athlete who's extremely competitive, and we love how he gets after it. And really, those three seniors, they are a very, very tight-knit group. When they're in the gym, they're usually together, and when they're not in the gym, they're usually together. And you like to see that in your group of seniors that are that tight-knit on and off the court.
This year's junior class has a lot of potential, and as sophomores, Coach Roy had hoped they would have made more progress, and while that didn't happen last year, he points to the confidence a lot of them have gained in the last year, from the success several saw playing baseball in the spring to how much confidence they gained as football players this fall.
Absolutely. We love multi-sport athletes because they're the decision-making, the commitment, the work ethic, the teamwork, all those things. You can see them grow and mature on how they carry themselves on the court and how they execute and how they interact with their teammates. So absolutely, we love to see that, success on the football field and cross country, and we love to see that carry over into basketball and, of course, into baseball and track and all those sports. So, keeping the kids competitive, seeing them grow and mature from year to year with their decision making and how they see the game, it is huge. It's fun to see that, but they're definitely intertwined. I feel like we've had that here in Monticello for forever. I feel like whether it's golf or whatever, we've always had guys, soccer, come into basketball, and it does carry over. That expectation, they want to succeed and they expect to succeed. Guys like Eli Kraft and Ike Young, who played baseball last year, had great baseball seasons, and I came into football, had a great football, and right now he's looking really good in basketball. And Eli Kraft and Mason High and all those guys. So there's a lot of carryover, and it's fun to watch them. And I love it when we have those kids that, not all kids are, basketball first guys. Some are baseball first, some are football first, but we still need their commitment. And I look at guys like Joey Sprinkle, a great football guy, baseball guy, and, we couldn't have done what we did 2 years ago without Joey Sprinkle in a basketball uniform. So the athletics, there's so much to them, and they build character and a lot of teaching lessons there and a lot of carryover as well.
Monticello opens the 2023-24 basketball season tonight at Pleasant Plains. The Sages can be heard again this year on 95.9 FM WEZC and online at DeWittDailyNews.com. Check out the full broadcast schedule at DeWittDailyNews.com. Dalton Banks had 15 points in Illinois State's 61-52 victory over Long Beach State Monday night in the opening round game of the Gulf Coast Showcase. Banks had 5 boards and 6 steals for the 3-1 Redbirds. Johnny Kinziger was 3 of 7 shooting to add 10 points. Messiah Thompson had 10 points and 4 assists for the Beach. Long Beach State also got 8 points, 15 rebounds, and 2 steals from Lucina Traore. A.J. George also had 8 points with 6 boards. Long Beach State was coming off a 94-86 victory over Michigan in its last game. Malawi Leons had 18 points, helping Bradley hold off Tulane 80-77 from the SoCal Challenge on Monday night. Leons had 4 steals for the Braves, who will take on either UTEP or Cal For the Surf Division title on Wednesday, Darius Hanna scored 14 points and added 6 rebounds. Duke Dean shot 4 of 12 from the floor and 4 for 4 from the free throw line, adding 13 points. The Green Wave were led by Jalen Forbes, who had 17 points and 2 steals. Kevin Cross had 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 steals, while Sion James had 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 steals. Bam Adebayo scored 23 points and grabbed 11 rebounds, and the Miami Heat blew out the Chicago Bulls 118-100 Monday night, 2 nights after blowing a 21-point lead in the same building. Jimmy Butler had 16 against his former team. The Heat now have won 8 of their last 9 after a 1-4 start to the season. Miami nailed a season-high 17 of 35 three-point attempts from the field, despite sharpshooter Tyler Hero missing his 6th straight game with a right ankle sprain. For a 4th consecutive game, the Bulls faced a large deficit in front of their home fans, falling behind 12-2 less than 3 minutes in after Duncan Robinson had 2 early threes. Robinson scored 11 of his 22 in the first quarter and has hit at least 1 three-pointer in every game so far this season. Kobe White led the Bulls with a season-high 20, including 4 three-pointers. Nikola Vucevic scored 18, and DeMar DeRozan added 15. Zach LaVine was limited to 13 points on a season-low 9 shot attempts. Alex Caruso finished with 13 points and a block and a steal. For the defensive-minded Caruso, 6 straight games with double-digit scoring is the longest of his career. Rookie forward Jaime Jaquez Jr. had 19 points. Kevin Love scored 11 with 8 rebounds for a Heat bench unit that combined for 42 points compared to just 21 for the Bulls reserves. The Bulls begin a 4-game road trip against Oklahoma City on Wednesday night. Get sports anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Do challenging weeds cloud your view of clean cornrows? It's time to shift your focus to residual weed control that won't quit. Introducing Store-In Corn Herbicide, an innovative formulation of 4 residual active ingredients that provide consistently clean rows and maximum weed control, up to 3 weeks longer than leading corn herbicides. For a focused weed management strategy that works, talk to your Syngenta retailer about Store-In. Always read and follow label instructions.
Your own home without the maintenance. If you're 55 or better, a beautiful Liberty Village villa could be yours. This is Erin, and I invite you to come take a tour of our move-in ready villa. Click the Liberty Village icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Simply the finest.
DeWittDailyNews.com is the area's leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police blotter, weather forecast, and more with no paywall. Head to DeWittDailyNews.com to get the local information you need to know.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason. If you're going somewhere for Thanksgiving, you'll have a lot of company. Some 55 million Americans expected to travel at least 50 miles